Welcome to Souped Up Recipes. I have great news to share with you. My cookbook is finally ready for sale. You can click the link in the description and purchase this great cookbook. I've been working on it for the past 3 years, and I can proudly say that this book is going to be your ultimate guide to cooking authentic and delicious Chinese food. I carefully selected 168 recipes, featuring popular takeout dishes, various regional specialties, easy family meals, and classic traditional delicacy. Each recipe comes with a demo video, step-by-step photos, clear instructions, and secret tips. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned chef, you'll be able to cook better than takeout and savor the local meals like a native Chinese. All right. Let's start today's cooking. We're making clay pot rice, or what we call Baozai fan. It's an iconic Cantonese street food packed with rich flavors and contrasting textures. Imagine a pot of fluffy, long-grain rice topped with savory, tender beef. The bottom is carefully scorched until golden and crispy. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. If you want to cook something new and exciting, this recipe is sure to impress. So let's get started. We're gonna start with the beef. I'm using a piece of New York strip steak, which has a silver skin along the side. Please remove that because it is chewy. Slice the beef into 1/8 of an inch thick pieces. You can also use sirloin and flank steak. Clay pot rice has many variations. Once you have the technique down, you can play around with other meat, such as chicken, pork, sausage, fish, and shrimp. I will share those recipes in the future. Season the beef with 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/3 teaspoon of white pepper, 1/3 teaspoon of baking soda to tenderize the meat, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1.5 teaspoon of dark soy sauce for the color, and 1 tablespoon of Chinese cooking wine. Optionally, I like to add 1 tablespoon of sauté sauce and mix thoroughly. This is what I'm using. I'll link it in the description. Check it out if needed. I know, sauté does not sound like a Chinese ingredient, but Cantonese food is always fused with many cuisines worldwide, so don't be surprised. Alright, set the beef aside and we're going to make an aromatic oil. To a saucepan, add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, 1.5 tablespoons of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of diced scallions, and 2 teaspoons of minced ginger. Stir over medium-low heat until the aromatics are slightly golden. Turn off the stove and let it cool for about 5 minutes. Then we will pour the oil into the beef, but reserve the aromatics behind. We will use that later. Coating the beef with a bit of oil is the key to juicy, tender meat. It locks in the moisture and provides a succulent texture. The beef is going to be steamed above the rice, so it won't get that much Maillard reaction. Therefore, the fragrance from these fried aromatics is important, making this dish delectable. Alright, let's set the beef aside and we're going to move on to the rice. Wash and rub the grains gently under running water several times. I'm using jasmine rice, but the other types will also work. I have tried basmati and a short grain type called pearl rice. Both came out well. Drain the rice completely. As a dish named after the cookware, we're going to cook it in a clay pot because it has a high heat capacity, so the rice can form a perfect crust at the entire bottom. I'll link this clay pot in the description. You can check it out if you want. For those of you who don't have a clay pot, you can use a heavy-duty cast iron skillet or a Dutch oven. Add the rice to the clay pot along with 1½ cup of water. Let it soak in there for about 15 minutes, allowing the grains to fully absorb the moisture so they can cook evenly. Meanwhile, we're going to make the sauce. Usually, clay pot rice is flavored with sweet soy sauce at the end. The taste is sweeter, less salty, but packed with complex flavors compared to the regular soy sauce. You can buy this product from Asian markets. However, I know many people don't want to just buy a big bottle and use it only once. So I'm going to show you how to make it from the regular soy sauce. Let's get back to the saucepan, which has the fried aromatics that we reserved. Add 1½ tablespoon of soy sauce, ½ tablespoon of fish sauce, ½ tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 1/4 cup of water. Turn the heat to medium-low and let it simmer for a couple of minutes to mingle everything. This sauce is so good on everything. You can make a bigger amount and use it as dipping, glazing, salad dressing, or drizzle it on anything you want, such as rice, noodles, veggies, etc. You can store this sauce in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. You don't need to drain it. I'm doing it because these little bits makes the presentation messy. Okay, set the sauce aside. The rice should be done soaking by now. Place the clay pot on the stove and turn the heat to high. Let it cook for 10 to 14 minutes or until most of the water is evaporated. Try to resist the thought of opening the lid to check. You will know the rice is done when the edge of the pot stops popping out bubbles. Mine took 12 minutes. Turn off the heat and place the beef slices onto the rice. No need to rush. You can take your time here. I left the middle space empty because later we will crack in an egg. Put on the lid and drizzle 2 tablespoons of sesame oil around the rims. The oil will naturally drip down following the wall. This is the key to creating that signature scorched rice base. Turn the heat to high and continue to cook for 3 minutes. During this time, please move the clay pot to different directions once every 20 seconds. The reason is that the stove heat is always uneven. If you don't move the pot, the crispy bottom will come out partially burned and partially undone. Please use oven mitts or pot holders because it's really hot. Last, quickly open the lid and crack in 1 egg. Continue to cook on high heat and constantly move the clay pot for 2 more minutes. This dish is a little bit tricky because we want the rice, beef, and the egg to be done at the same time without overcooking them. Even though I gave the estimated timing for each step, but everybody's desired doneness and their stove heat are different. So you will have to practice and adjust the timing based on your own situation. You will know that the crispy bottom is formed when you can smell a roasty rice fragrance. It's done! I like to pair it with some blanched vegetables to balance the meat. You don't have to if you don't like greens. Drizzle the sauce all over into the clay pot. Oh, I love that sizzling sound. Sprinkle some diced scallions as garnish. That egg looks so perfect. Before serving, you have to give it a nice mix. Some street vendors will crack in the egg at the last minute and serve it raw to you. That is because the clay pot is extremely hot. The egg gets cooked as you are mixing it, so don't worry about it at all. I can't wait to enjoy. The beef is tender and juicy. It just melts in your mouth. The rice is extremely flavorful because the special sauce that we made is so delicious. Once you put this on the table, everybody will start looking for the golden crispy rice. So you better eat it fast. There is something comforting and satisfying about clay pot rice. I just can't get enough of it. I hope you give this a try soon. As always, the printable recipe link is in the description. Go check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more delicious and authentic Chinese food. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!